This is Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Hey family. Hey family. What time is it? Let me see what time it is. Now live on YouTube. Let me see what time it is. Okay. How everybody doing out there? This is Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. I just came on a little bit. I'm bored. Came down here to throw some clothes in the dryer. Figured I'd come on. I haven't been on my broadcast network in a little bit because I've been doing a lot of TikTok. But I just want to share this with y'all, and I know y'all are very familiar. Marlo Hargrove from the FACE organization, Freedom Advocates, celebrating ex-offenders. Now, y'all know I do strengthening the community. And I work with women and children. I work with individuals and families. Well, I want to put this out. Marlo Hargrove from the FACE program and I have partnered up. Marlo is working with parole and probation. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because if you are out there and you're on parole and probation, you can come into the housing program. But now keep in mind, my goal is say the program you come into with Marlo and I, it's going to be addiction counseling, it's going to be mental health counseling, it's going to be somebody there to help you turn the quality of your life around. So I'm just putting this in mind, right? I have a little over 31 years clean from that lifestyle, addiction and all that, right? So basically, I have sponsored, and not that I have because I still sponsor people, but the goal, what I'm trying to get to is I'm considered as a life coach. And my goal is to help you turn your life around, plant your feet on solid ground to push you and encourage you and motivate you to move in a more positive direction as far as with your thinking, your health, and all that good stuff. So, we have a full wraparound service that we're offering. But now, let me make this clear again. The housing program, which Marlo is doing, now mind you, it's a program to help you turn your life around for men. For men. So if you're a veteran, if you are just an individual that's out there struggling, the goal is we're here to help you to turn your life around. But you got to do the work. Keep in mind, you have to do the work. You have to do the necessary work to change yourself. We willing to set you up with programs and all that type of stuff to help you put your life in order. But you are the one that have to be willing to do the necessary work to turn your life around. You understand? And prime example, I come from, the old stuff. So because I don't live that way no more, I had to change people, places, and things. Now, I don't want to be too specific, but I got high with my family. So when I got clean, I couldn't go around my family the ones that I used to use with. So I had to change people, places, and things. Now, until I learned to, I'm gonna say put my feet on solid ground, I was able to go visit from time to time, stuff like that, because that's family. But if they was doing the stuff that I used to do, then I had to go. So I couldn't stay long, because that's family. You get me? So basically, you have to change people, places, and things. I had to change old friends and all this stuff too, y'all. It was kind of rough, but it wasn't something that happened overnight. It was a period of time where I almost went back to using, and I seen how detrimental it was. So it was like I gotta stay away from that. Them. Now, once in a while, we might go visit, but you have to change. So I have to change people. I had to change places. I had to change the old things that I used to do. I stopped going in the clubs. I don't go to parties. I will go. I'll pop up here and there. Get me. Understand? I'll pop up here and there, but I don't go as much. You get me? I don't know who that is. It's somebody saying YouTube something. But anyway, I was just trying to read the message. I think they on YouTube, and thank you. But now I'm only sharing this with y'all because look, y'all got brothers out there, y'all have uncles out there, y'all have people out there, family members wise, that need our services. It's your autistic brother. I ain't even gonna pay no attention to that. I ain't even gonna pay no attention because that might be what's his face. But look, I'm just coming, like I said, I'm just coming on here to let y'all know. 908. That's 908 Valley Street, and it's over east. Zip code, I believe, is the same as this, 21218. I could be wrong. It could be '05. Then again, I don't have the flyer in front of me. But if you go on my YouTube page, you could see it, right? But basically what I'm saying is, if you got loved ones, and I'm talking about the men, right now, I'm talking about the men, because we have a 40 to 50 beds now, where they can come into the program, but you got to let them know it's work that they have to do in order to turn their lives around. If they come in and they're not serious, it's nothing we can do. If you want to come in and then after a while you feel like, I'm alright, I don't need this, come on, because I understand that, because that's how we get sometimes. But guess what? I like to share this to help people understand a day at a time. I have a little over 31 years, from the alcohol to drugs and all that. I don't never, and I'm just focusing on right now. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow not here. Yesterday is gone. That's history, right? I'm just talking about right now. I don't never, ever, ever want to use again. Right now. So, 12 o'clock is a successful day. Then we focus on the third. But I'm just saying that to try to make it simple, I don't never, ever, a day at a time, want to use again. Do I have a desire sometimes to use some of the stuff that I've been going through? It's like I want to run, but I don't want to use. And I'm saying that for somebody that might want to come into the program. And my thing is, if you got a family member, tell them. You can call me, get my information off of here. They can inbox me. I thought my number was up there. I see 410, then it say Mr. Copeland, but I thought my number was up there. But reach out to me. You can reach out to Marlo Hargrove at the FACE program. Look us up. And keep in mind, we have 40 to 50 beds for men. For men. Right? I don't have, except for last year when I got locked up with this crazy stuff, right? But I don't have no prison story like some people do. And they out there and they struggling. If you have a felony, we can help you get a job, but you got to do the work. If you come into the program, you ain't got to worry about paying for the necessary help. Whatever little money you get, We're going to help you budget your money, put your money in an account and all that, because you do not have to pay for your space. You do not have to pay for your space. If you know somebody that's on parole and probation and they need somewhere to come, send them to us. Send them to us. I'm talking about the males. Send them to us. But keep in mind, and I'm serious, if you come in here, you play around, we're going to let you go. If you're not serious, because basically what you're going to do, you're going to hold up space for somebody else. And what I'm doing, I'm advertising what we're doing. And that's just on the male side, the houses for the male. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. Because I understand you say it's your artistic brother. But basically what we're doing, we're trying to work with more like independent, clients. Because the goal is to put you back out there so that you can be productive. And with me, because my goal is to get you in low to moderate income housing. So once you transition from the from the program itself, I always say temporary housing, right? Once you transition from there, you're gonna have to have somewhere to stay. So the goal is to put you into your own place. Now that'll all fall into place with me and Marlo working together, and my goal is reaching out to housing, the director of housing, the director of homeless services. I meant to call down there to let them know we have space for somebody that's out there that wants to come into the program, because mind you now, parole and probation has partnered up with Marlo Hargrove. I want to say us. So they partnered up with Marlo Hargrove. Marlo Hargrove reached out to me because of what I do in the community. And I'm going to tell y'all something too. Marlo was like, Steve, a lot of people ain't going to like the fact, man, you didn't hooked up. I said, I know. Because y'all look at me in a monstrous way. Don't do that. Don't do that. Number one, keep in mind, I'm a God-fearing man. I'm not perfect at all. And when it comes to fighting for our people, this is my biggest weapon. I don't do this. I use my mouth. And I was coming hard. I was coming hard mainly for people that was treating our people wrong. So the goal now, y'all, is not to come that aggressive and that hard anymore, but try to be more conservative. Because I'd rather for you to come, send your family, send them to us to get the necessary help. I'm telling y'all, this program right here that we're doing, it pays for itself. But see, you have to do the work, y'all. Whoever come into it, just let them know. If they're not willing to do the necessary work, I don't come just to have, because it's getting ready to get cold. And you might feel like this, I'm going to go in there just to have somewhere to go and lay my head. No, you're going to do NA meetings, you're going to do programs, you're going to do all that. So if you're not willing to come in, because I'm telling you, I'm not arguing and fussing with nobody. 72 hours. You're going to have 72 hours. Come in. Because this is a business. This is a business, a nonprofit that's offering help for the community. When we put up our Cash App, I think I'm gonna look for Zelle too, because I'm finding out a lot of people don't have Cash App and stuff like that, right? But the reason why I'm saying that, because we need funding as well. So the goal is reaching out for funding for the nonprofit. I'm an LLC, so you would have to write me a check. But I can subcontract with you if you want to be a part of what we do, or I'll be a part of that. You can subcontract with me if I choose to bring you on, me and Marlo. Because I'm not going to do nothing without Marlo. If we don't agree, that's it. But the thing is, we want to build back up in Baltimore City. We put on events. Y'all know that. I have put on some. Marlo put on some. Our elected officials come out, all of that good stuff, because that's a part of what we do. But the struggle is we don't get the financing that we really need when it comes to say, like, all right, we get donations. Donations is not a big issue. You know, toilet paper, soap, furniture. Y'all know I got the white box truck, so I get furniture, I get box springs, I get mattresses, and I give back to the city. I give back to the people. So I'm a businessman who comes back into the community. They call that a benevolence. A benevolent. I can't pronounce that thing right. But that's a business person that normally go back into the community to help build up and donate stuff. So basically, that's what I do. I'm a human rights advocate. We fight against the laws that tends to hurt the inner city poor people, the low to moderate income people. But the goal now, y'all, I do not. We need volunteers and all that. Come be a part of what we're doing. You volunteer your services as the funding come, and we can put a salary in for you or put, an income in for you, we will. You know. But right now we need you to come and volunteer. The goal is to start the Teen Talk Show. So when I say we're going to start the Teen Talk Show, that means we're going to be working with the youth as well. The couch conversation, actually, I can do the couch conversation from where I'm at right here, because I have a couch right here, and I want to present out the Teen Talk Show as well. But guess what? None of this gonna work without y'all. We need y'all. We need your support. I know a lot of y'all be like, oh, don't feel like that. Don't think like that. It's not me. If you looking at me and you seeing my face, it's not me. It's the spirit that we serve. I was called. I was called to go back into the community and help our people. And when the Holy Spirit was like, I need you more out there than in here. I'm sitting in the church up in the balcony. So I need you more out there than in here. I'm like, I ain't going blah, 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 blah. But see, I was already into that as a recovering addict. But he guided me in a different way. If you know anything about the 12-step program, it's a spiritual program. So my relationship is based around the Spirit. I was going to say Holy Spirit. Sometimes my flesh don't want to do what God said do. But guess what? I'm more submissive now than I was before. A lot of the stuff I used to do, I just don't do no more. And I want people to know and understand you can turn your life around and be a productive member of society. And see, my biggest thing is our black people, our black men. Look at all the killing that's going on in the city amongst the black men. And some of y'all is okay with that because it's not you. And that's understandable. It is. But if we don't come together, y'all, and I said this and I'm going to say it again. I give it the next, I said 10 years. And a lot of the black men are going to be wiped out. And I'm just talking about in Baltimore City. I said 10 years. And I'm going to back it up in the next 5. I was telling somebody else that, and they agreed, because we're taking each other out. It's designed. It's designed. And we doing exactly what they set us up with everything that's going on in the inner city. And do y'all know how they feel? I'm looking at um my brothers and sisters out there. I'm looking at them taking each other out. And all right with it. Our young kids, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, they might can't put them away right now, but I'm telling you, they preparing it. Charles Hickey and all that type of stuff, they preparing it. And the sad part about it, a lot of us is okay with it. I'm not. And guess what? It's not my kids. It's not my grandkids out there. It just hurt me to see how our children are acting now. And it hurts me to see a bunch of grown-ups that's in their own community are not coming together to gain control over the community. Enough is enough. And it breaks my heart. But guess what? You see you don't see my hands up. Or you can see it. My hands up. You know why? Because I had to back up. It hurts. So I had to stop worrying about it. Try to be like some of y'all. Don't care. And that's not where my spirit is at. I care. But I realize, y'all, can't save everybody. Can't help everybody. A lot of y'all don't know that I'm on the box. I was supposed to have court on the 31st, right? They did it by Zoom this time. Because I supposed to plead the Alfred plea, right? I got to come in the court. So the prosecutor didn't know that. So the 15th I missed because I couldn't make it upstairs. Because my blood pressure dropped on me. They had to rush me out to the emergency room. Okay, they rescheduled it for the 31st to do it by Zoom. But the judge they was in front of, she said no, because he has to show up. And I'm like, wait a minute, you the prosecutor, you don't know all this? Now Monday, I got to go down to the court. And I'm going to tell you, I was not going to take the Alfred plea because I told my lawyer why. Because I didn't do nothing wrong. But guess what? This is what I told my lawyer too. I said, that's their way of screwing the black man. He said, wait a minute, I'm trying to think of the words he said, y'all. Because mind y'all, I'm looking how the system played the freak out of us. And I'm like, God. Oh, Artistic, you on TikTok. I mean, you on Twitter. I see it now. I can see it. Artistic on Twitter. Thanks, bro. I want to make sure I ain't get. No, he's on Twitch. He's on Twitch, looking at me. I see you up there now. I thought you was talking about somebody was autistic, but I see you. You could help a lot of people by watching it. He needs meds. I don't know who you talking about, autistic. He said it's my autistic brother. I think that's his I'm trying to see if that's his handle. You better watch that because you know I'm gonna come over there and check it. But anyway, and this is where I'm at, y'all. It's like I have 6 platforms. I'm sitting right here in the office space, right? And I know 2 of my YouTube page, my Facebook pages it goes to. Then we got Twitch, we got Twitter, we got YouTube. So I'm trying to embed Instagram, and I'm trying to embed TikTok. So that'll be 8 platforms. But what I'm trying to do, y'all, strengthen the community is my business, right? That's the LLC. The couch conversation is like my broadcast network. Um, the Baltimore's Real Teen Talk is the broadcast too. It comes off of this right here. And the only thing with it, y'all, is to reach our people, encourage our youth, and motivate our youth. Um, Working with multi-purpose centers to put like music, art, theater, stuff like that in there for to help our kids have something to do. It's a lot of other programs out there that's doing what God lined me up to do, but they don't have what some, not all, don't have like the music, the art, the theater, the dance, and that's just teaching them and embracing their hidden talent. So it's going to take volunteers. It's going to take like Morgan, people that's in there studying, like that, like they dancing and they doing theater and stuff like that, and they can come and teach the kids, the proper way. Volunteer their service. So that's what I'm looking at, and Marlo looking at. Once I get over to the building and I'm able to see if we got an area in there where we can do the music, do the art, do the theaters. From talking with Marlo, it's an area over there where we can do sports. So I sent my friend Paul a message, right, because he do soccer. Kevin Healy, Mike Conway, they do soccer. So they willing to come into the city to work with us with our children. Lacrosse, all this stuff that is something a little bit different compared to what our children do. Some of our children is used to what like the regular stuff like baseball, football, basketball, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just looking at ways and means of creating something for our children to have something to do where they can talk about too on the talk show some of the issues that's going on in their lives. Now, some of them are being hurt. So once they start speaking out about the trauma that they're going through at home, somebody going to prison. You got big young girls, 12, 13, 14, stuff like that with babies. Somebody going to prison. So part of this is part of the teen talk show. Getting to the roots. Getting to the root cause of why. The same with things with the adults. Getting to the root cause of why. Now, I'm just lining stuff up. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a PRP. I'm not a psychiatrist. So I'm just lining things up with the clients so I can refer them to get the proper help that they need. That's all. So that way when you leave the temporary housing program and you get into a permanent housing, prayerfully, you won't make the same mistakes again where you became irresponsible or you lost control over your finances or you just couldn't afford that $1,200 rent and all that type of stuff. Then the gas and electric and stuff like that. So now I know a lot of y'all gonna need vouchers. Y'all gonna need Section 8. Y'all gonna need the low income housing stuff. So that's the goal. Working with landlords that don't mind working with you with according to your monthly income. I don't want them to pass judgment on you because of your criminal background or your credit scores or your if you got an eviction on your record for them to see. It's a second chance to housing, second chance. Give somebody a chance. So for me, I will be your mouthpiece to talk to that landlord. I will be your mouthpiece, and guess what? If you lost your kids and you trying to get your kids back, I know what they want you to do to get your kids back. The process and getting your own place, but one, you have to change your old ways of thinking. So you get into a program, right? You follow the program. In the process, some parents, which I know where some apartments at, right? A program where you and your kids, they will bring you into the program. It's like apartment complex. But you court ordered. I've been doing a little of this for the past 4 years. Like looking up information, gathering information so I can help y'all. And guess what? I don't get it. How people make me out to be the monster when I'm only trying to help us. I don't get it. Even if you understand when my behavior was the way it was, that was my love and compassion. I was like in my feelings because I was hurt for our people. And I understand, y'all, that it didn't look right. Now I understand. But at that time, some things I didn't see. But I see it now. And I talked with my director at Communities United, and she was like, Steve, you scared a lot of people. And that wasn't my purpose. That wasn't my goal. But I understand. It was a little unprofessional to y'all. I just didn't want to be this fake, phony dude out there when it came to fighting for y'all. And I still don't want to be this fake, phony person that's fighting for y'all. Then what I'm going to do, I see is like 32 minutes, 33 minutes. I need y'all. I need y'all support. I need y'all prayers. I need y'all to financially, like if you can donate $10, $20, $5, it don't matter. But if we can get donations funding wise on a consistent basis, like $10, $20, $15, because I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. And I'm going to tell y'all, it's a lot of nonprofits out there that does some great work in Baltimore City. They don't even get government funding. And it's sad. It's sad. You would think they get it. They don't get no funding. And they do a lot of work in the community. And we sit back and we talk, right? And because everybody trying to, when they in the limelight, right? Everybody trying to be professional, like. But when we talk like this, it's really disappointing, y'all. It's really disappointing. And it's done with a lot of us deliberately. But like I said, I'm an LLC. So you would have to write me a check, my company a check. But I'm floating. But everything we do, Marlo, Squeaky, Standing Strong, Christina Flowers, I'm going to use her too because she's a homeless advocate. A lot of us are trying financially to get the necessary help to provide more service or to reach out more. And my thing, as a race of people, we just need to come together. Because I'm finding out, guess what? We ain't the only ones that's suffering. We ain't the only race that's struggling. We ain't the only race that they have their foot on our necks, trying to keep us down. We not the only race. We just the only ones that cry out the loudest. I'm telling you. I listen to a lot of people. I'm on TikTok. I listen to people talk about certain things about people that don't have the power. It comes down. It trickles down. But it's the people on the lower level that need the state and the government the most. That's your low to moderate income people. And it's sad. Look at the school system. They're not educating our kids properly. Kids then got to the point they don't even want to go to school no more. So that's a big issue too. If we don't come together, it's not going to get better. So if our kids don't have nothing to do, they're going to create stuff to do. So we got to come together, y'all. Strengthen the community. My goal is helping our homeless and less fortunate individuals and families. When I say individuals, normally I'm talking about the men, and then I'll go women and children. But when I do individuals, I'm talking about the men. And I'm not going to leave out those fathers out there with their children that's struggling too. The goal is, if I can help you get into a permanent place, and I understand a lot of times the reason why you can't do certain things is because of your criminal background or your credit score, is what keeps a lot of the landlords from letting you in. And that's not to mention, it is now, not to forget, the evictions. Because they figure you're not going to be responsible. So that's why you have the temporary housing program, you have a PRP, you have financial advisors that can help you budget and everything. The same way for the men is for the women. Now, Marlo Hargrove been over at 908 Valley Street, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's Valley. I want to make sure I'm saying street or road. But look on the flyer and everything, to be exact. I should have brought my iPad down with me so I could have read some stuff off. But I can't switch over on this. But anyway, it's the I was going to say Charm City, but just keep in mind, strengthening the community with me. If you reach out to me, it's just like reaching out to Marlo, okay, Hargrove, and we'll take it from there. We'll do an intake. Once I'm over at the building, I will be doing my lives from there. But when you call, because I have to get my other phone straight. But when you call, we will do an intake. Now, I'm not going to do everything by myself. So whatever decisions we make to bring you in, I'm just saying you have to do the necessary work to turn your life around. Women and children, if the parents going through certain things, when you come into the housing program, you have to sign up for the mental health program. You might just be dealing with bipolar. You might just, depression. That's what I was trying to get to. But bipolar, schizophrenic, stuff like that. We want to treat whatever issues you have, right? And I recommend anybody just to slow that mind down, because I know if you're dealing with any type of mental issues, depression or something like that, your mind is doing what it does. So the goal is to learn to slow it down. Sometimes it takes medication to balance you out. Sometimes they might give you the wrong medication that might give you a negative side effect. So they have to give you something different. But the thing is, when your mind is rushing and is racing, is to slow it down so you can think a little bit more healthier. I've sponsored a lot of men and women. So, certain things we talked about on a deeper level. So my thing is, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a therapist or nothing like that, but I help you with the principles and encourage and motivate you to go, and when you go and talk to them, to be honest. That's the only way they can help you. You got to be honest. Well, this is what's going on with me. But you got to feel that inside. You got to be honest with yourself and have faith back in yourself and trust back in you, so you can go and say, this is wrong with me, blah, 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 blah. Help me. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay. I love y'all. And this is almost 45 minutes. I was just going to do 10. But I'm going to do the 45. I love y'all. Y'all see my Cash App. Y'all see my PayPal. I get SSDI to let y'all know. Whatever y'all give, it goes right to the people. People that needs it. If I'm on another page where they take care of family, right? And sometimes somebody might need some food. You donate money, we can go get them food. Might be somebody like right now say, I need such and such and such for my kids. They haven't had nothing in 2 days. I'm telling y'all, the struggle is real. And I know a lot of times, like I said, because you might not be, it's not you. So you might be like, okay. But guess what? I didn't think I was going to struggle. And this is business for me. But God got me walking in the footsteps of the people that I help. But the thing is, he opened that door for me to come out of it. Look, I love y'all. I just came on, just to talk a little bit. Talk a little bit about the housing program. Talk a little bit about the program we're doing for men. So you see the information up there. Copy the information, because it's almost my 45 minutes. I love y'all. And I'm going to get ready to shut down. And be safe, family. Be safe. We got to come together. Because the only way we're going to move forward, we got to come together. I'm only doing what I believe with the Holy Spirit. I would say what I believe the Holy Spirit called me to do. Okay? I'm no different than nobody else. I put my life on the line for Baltimore City and our people. So I love y'all. Please be safe. Share